3,334 years ago, Klal Yisrael were here, in Mitzrayim, in Egypt. I'm standing by the pyramids in Giza, by Cairo. True, Klal Yisrael perhaps didn't build these pyramids, but they were involved in avodas perach, they were involved in hard slave labor. The Shulchan Aruch brings in Tov Mem Zayin the din of saying Hallel b'ne'ima on Leil HaSeder. Leil HaSeder is the time where we express our gratitude to the Rabbeinu Shalom, where we turn to the Rabbeinu Shalom and say, the Rabbeinu Shalom, we thank you. Tonight is the night of Emunah. Tonight is the night that we instill within ourselves and our children and future generations the Emunah that the Rabbeinu Shalom took us out of Mitzrayim. It's a schus to be standing on the very same soil that Klal Yisrael stood thousands of years ago. Can you imagine the scene? If you see an old beggar walking down the street and he slowly starts to pick something up, looks at it and puts it in his pocket. How many people would actually be bothered to find out what did he pick up? It wouldn't interest anybody. Who cares? But if the king, if the queen, if the president was in the middle of a procession, of a parade, thousands of people are watching, and in a moment the president stops, picks up something from the floor, looks at it, and places it in his pocket. Can you imagine the theories? The news channels would be discussing what did the president, what did the king pick up? Because the more important someone is, the more choshev everything they have becomes. The Rabbeinu Shalom on this night, on Leil HaSeder, chose Klal Yisrael to be his nation. He chose us to be his chosen people, and we have to remember that, and we have to live that, and we have to say it with excitement. That's why we say Hallel tonight, the only time that we're meant to say Hallel out of all the times we say Hallel during the year, with ne'ima, with zimra, with a song, with a geschmack, with an excitement, because it represents who we are and the excitement that the Rabbeinu Shalom chose us as a people. There was a teacher that asked her class, would you please do the following exercise? I want everyone in the class to write down 1 or 3 of the 7 wonders of the world. And we know there are many of them. And all the children started scribbling down, maybe it was the Great Wall of China, Niagara Falls, or maybe even the pyramids. And there was one child in the class who just was thinking and deliberating, what should they write, and the teacher noticed it. The teacher went over to the desk, said, my dear child, what's the problem? Do you not remember any of them? And the child said, sure I do, but I'm just not sure which one to write. So the teacher said, so give me a few ideas and we'll start writing something. So the child says as follows, I'm not sure if it's sight, if it's hearing, if it's touching, if it's walking, and when the list went on and on and on. When we learn to appreciate that which we have, it changes our lives. Tonight, Leil HaSeder is the time that can change our lives. It can change who we are, it can change how we act, and it can change all future generations. To appreciate what the Rabbeinu Shalom did for us tonight, taking us out of Mitzrayim, taking us to get the Torah, and giving us everything that we have, can change our lives. Let's live it. Let's experience it. Let's say it over with a passion. And Be'ezah Hashem, like the Chinuch writes in the Haggadah, this is the Yesod of Yiddishkeit, as the Ramban tells us at the end of Parashas Bo, that the reason for all the makkahs, the reason for everything that took place here in Mitzrayim, in Egypt, was for one purpose: to give us the emunah in the Rabbeinu Shalom, to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We should be Zocha and have a wonderful Yom Tov.